Hello everyone. So look, this particular video is going to be about the entertainment industry and my experience when I got into the business. I got into the business at 23. And I'm talking about when I got in at 23, I'm talking about anything from like reality shows, commercials, movies, modeling, anything that you can think of, I had my hands on. Because I thought personally, the more you did, the better it was for you in the entertainment industry. So, meaning that, I thought quantity, would move you further along in your career, but it's actually quality versus quantity. I soon then learned, when doing all of these things. Because the thing is, doing a lot of things in the entertainment industry that's not of quality can kind of, mess up what you're trying to get going. You're trying to build a name for yourself, and it can be really hard. But I soon learned and found out a lot of things went on, behind the scenes that didn't go on, as they would say in the industry, a production. Like production is professional. You keep it professional. So, I mean, when you get to these late night events, in these clubs and these, after hours and these red carpet events and the parties that therefore after, a lot of things go on that you don't realize that go on because, people are so-called professional. So you start meeting people, you start doing things, you start seeing a lot of things that you didn't think that, would take place. You start understanding more, as you start, interacting, socializing with people, with the actual person, not the character. You know what I mean? So, I'm not going to call no names. I'm not going to say anything that, that's going to offend anybody that I know of personally. But it was things that I really didn't, agree with, and I think, a lot of times it can be really, really dark. Entertainment industry could be a really dark place, especially depending on what your motives are. You got a lot of people. It's like that's how I feel. I feel like in the entertainment industry, like, power, sex, drugs, and all these things that's just tainted, that goes on, not only in the entertainment industry but in the world. It's used to distract everyone, and a lot of people use their power to their advantage. A lot of people use sex to their advantage. A lot of people use drugs to their advantage. And what people don't understand is, like, you can't just, like, you can't just, have sex to the top of the entertainment industry. You can, but quality wise, where are you going with that? You just like a person that try to take drugs to the top, he gonna crash, she gonna crash, and your power gonna get you in trouble. You try to put your power on people, that's gonna get you in trouble. But at the end of the day, it's a business, and people still need a good product. So don't think that if you give somebody something of yourself that you're gonna get something in return. It's like they still need a successful project. So you may be intimate with somebody, you may do drugs with somebody, you may have the power over someone, because it's just a position. But at the same time, you got to realize it's still a business. So they need a successful product. You may not be a good actor. You may not be a good singer. You may not be a good this, a good that, but you may have something that they want. They like the way you look. They may want intimacy. They may want to do drugs with you. They may want to, who knows? But you just got to understand that it's a business. And they're not going to compromise their successful product just because you gave up something of yourself to them. They still need somebody that's a successful, or that's a real actor or a real singer to deliver their product. So remember that. So it ain't, so you don't sell yourself short. Don't think that because you giving up something that you're gonna get something in return. Like I said, they still need a successful project. You can just be a fun time for someone. You know what I mean? If that makes any sense. And another thing I want to say, it's like, you know, I've seen things, you know, and you know, whatever your sexual orientation is, you know, that's none of my business. You know, but you know, when you start trying to, you know, put it on someone else and lure people into places and do stuff and use your ranks and use your power, that's not really a good look. But I've seen stuff like that take place. You know, I've spoken with people and or I've seen it, you know, and it's a dirty, it could be a dirty game. It could be really, really a dirty game. So a lot of things that I didn't really like about, you know, and then I like about the industry, but it's also things I did like about it, you know, and was an opportunity that you could take to be who you are, you know what I mean? That you could go out and you could, you know, and, you know, create a character and become a person, but it's not real, you know? And sometimes like you lose yourself. You lose yourself in the entertainment industry sometimes because you create this personality on top of your personality, and you know, you start to catch drift, like, oh, this could be the wave. This is what the industry wants. This is what's getting me booked. And then you become a whole different person, you know, overnight. That's what it seems like. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years go fly by and you just a complete different person from when you started. You can most definitely lose yourself, you know, and then you just become a puppet. You know, you become a puppet. You become like who the industry created you to be, and kind of somewhat of yourself, you know. It could be you times 10, you know, that little extra is what you put on, and it's like you stay on, you know, it's like the industry you stay on, and it's not really sometimes a good feeling, because then it's like, can you be yourself? Should you be yourself? You don't want to stop getting booked. You don't want to stop, you know, your relationships, you know, your entertainment relationships. You don't want to stop certain things. So you stay on. What that means is you stay in character. And, you know, I know some people, it's like a hard day at work, you know, a woman wearing high heels all day, you know, she come home, she want to take them heels off because she's tired of portraying that character, or per se that persona, that person, when she's at the office. And not saying she's not being herself, but would she walk around in high heels 5 days a week, 8 hours a day, if she was at home doing work remotely? Probably not. But that's what I'm saying, is like, after you come out of the, you know, Hollywood and the auditions and the productions and the, you know, talking to executives, trying to do deals and all this stuff, and then you got this character, and then it's like you come home and you take off all the makeup and all the high heels and you could just be yourself. You know, it's really not real, to be honest with you. It's not, you know, and you know, it's quality versus quantity. And I mean, they got some crazy contracts out there. They got some things where you would be like, whoa, like they're really trying to like lock me up like this in this black and white. They're really trying to get me to sign this. Therefore, after this project, I'm giving over a percentage for any and every other project that I'm working. Like, how is that? Why is that? What is that? You know, so it's a lot of things that took place that I didn't agree with. I got really great experiences out of it, you know, and I'm able to pass it on and help others. But like, I'm very selective about, if I do something, I'm very selective about what I do and how I do it, you know. So you never know. I mean, you got, you know, when you got a lot of hands in the pot, you know, like agents and management and, you know, and executives and accountants and all that stuff, you just never know how your financial how the financial department is going to turn out, as far as, your account is concerned, you know what I mean, as far as your finances is concerned. So you have to really really observe and report like a security guard. You have to really be your own security while you're hiring security, to be your security. You have to like really be in tune with whatever's going on in the entertainment industry, because like everybody's trying to like keep you like this. They're trying to keep the lids over your eyeballs because they don't want to show you what's really going on. They don't want you to know too much. They'll give you, like these record deals, they'll give you the money. But once you start knowing about exclusives, can I get the exclusives for this, exclusive rights for that? I think I'm gonna work on this project myself. I got my own, people to look over these contracts. I get back to you in a week. You're not jumping to their beck and call, and you're not like, you have more creative control. Then they start like, I don't know. It's like the more you know, the better it is. And honestly, all it is just a distraction, man. Like everything in the entertainment industry is a distraction. It's like it keep you so busy, you on a run, you know what I mean? It's like you're chasing something. You're like a dog trying to chase his tail but never really gonna catch it. And nobody has time for God, because nobody, it seems as though that's, when I say that, it seems as though people don't have time for God because they're so busy. They're so distracted. They're trying to get the next project. They're trying to get the next contract. They're trying to get the next TV show. They're trying to become the next host. They're trying to become the next this, the next that. And nobody seems to have time for God. It's a distraction from the devil. You know what I mean? Like if you really want to break this down, and like 1 2 1 2, yeah it is. Yes, it could be that. And you just have to stay focused, because then you, especially when you going up, you got a lot of hands in the pots and you still trying to come up. Yeah, that's what people do, and like I said, I know you can't do it by yourself, but you have to be educated on the entertainment industry, because 10 years will fly by, you'll be famous and broke, and you would be like, what happened? You look around like, what happened? I know I went through this. I know it seemed like I don't have anything, but I did work hard. But I don't think I don't have anything, and now it don't seem like it. It became a reality. Like, man, I've been working all this time, and I've been going through all this stuff, and you start checking your pockets, your financial situation. You like, wait a minute, I know I put a lot of work in. Like, what happened? So yeah, like, power, money, sex, drugs, like all of that stuff is like catered into the entertainment industry. It's there. Trust me, it's all in there. You know what I mean? Like all in there. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's like knitted. It's knitted in the entertainment industry. And that's not what it is all about. But majority of it could be if you make it that way. And a lot of people, I think, my personal opinion, make it that way. And people, like I said, we're on equal playing ground. And that's the perception people have to get. Like, it's a lot of stuff that, like I said, it's a lot of stuff I liked about it, as far as me having creative control to work on any project I choose to, and to go about it the way I would go about it. But the things that you probably don't like about it is when another person has creative control of what you do, what you say, how you go about your day, and how you do, in what way, and that could be a problem. And it seems like the bigger you get, it's like you got to hire this person, you got to hire that person, you got to hire this person. Next thing you know, you forgot how to change your underwear. It's like, that's the type of stuff you're dealing with. And like I said, it could be a dark place. It's a lot of stuff going on in the entertainment industry that's scary, and I was a witness to some of this stuff. It's a lot of stuff. Like I said, Like, it's a lot of stuff that's going on, and I wasn't perfect, not by all means. I wasn't perfect at all. And I'm glad I went through this stuff, and I'm glad I experienced this stuff, and I'm glad I know how to make the next moves to make, you know. And it's like you playing checkers when you get in and then you leave out. Now you playing chess, you know what I mean? So, you know, you kind of step up your game, but you got to fall down and, you know, catch a sore, you know, catch a scrape or two to figure it out. You can't just run through it and think you just gonna know it all. So, I mean, what I'm saying is, my whole point is that God is taken out of the whole equation when it comes to the entertainment industry, because it's all about your fulfillment. It's all about you fulfilling a dream, a passion, a goal. And that's the whole reason why I'm glad I ran into a guy on YouTube by the name, I think he go by Rod Pickens. Man, I got saved at 9 years old. You know, I accepted Jesus Christ in my life, you know, as my Lord and Savior. But when I was in the entertainment industry, I was like, it was just about what I can do for myself, not what I can do for God. But when I ran into Rod Pickens, I think he go by Rod Pickens, and he had a testimony. I think it was about Judgment Day. I did a 180 360 real quick, and I just dropped everything, man. I mean, I was doing shows, I was doing all type of stuff in the secular world, and I just, like I said, I've done everything, whether it's commercials, whether it's movies, whether it's reality shows, especially reality shows, man. You create a personality for yourself, and then you start seeing what they like this, you start running with it, you know what I mean? It's like, okay, this is what's gonna get me paid, you know. And then you become that person, and you stay on, you know. And that's not the way to be, because that's not reality. Like I said, you're gonna want to come on one day and take them high heels off. You don't want, if you could be not in high heels every day, you wouldn't be. If you can work remotely, you would be. So yeah, I did a 180 360. I didn't care about the shows I did, the entertainment industry company I started, all this stuff that I had going on. I just dropped everything. You know, I told my videographer I'm shooting this, and it was just like it was time for me to stop working for me and start working for God. That's what it was time for, because I felt like, what am I getting out of this, and what am I doing, and how am what kind of impression am I leaving? Like, who am I reaching with this music? Like, who am I talking to, you know? Like, and what am I talking about? It really made no sense. You know, it was all worldly things that I was like, that I would sing about. It was all for the world. It was all for the world. But when I ran into that video, yeah, Rod Pickens, I just did like I said, I did a 360, and I started devoting, you know, everything to God. You know, I just started like as far as like my music, like I just started, all my music was, you know, I'm doing it for God, you know. Every time I, like, to this day, every time I think about something, I try to think about how God would feel about this, what God would think about this, you know, like, to the little smallest, you know, people like, oh, like, it's just a little, you know, it wasn't a lie, it was just a, you know, a little white lie, whatever they call it, like, it's still a lie, you know. And I try to be the best version of his creation as possible. I try. I am not perfect, and I'm still making mistakes. I'm trying to make new mistakes. But at the end of the day, man, the entertainment industry is precisely run by power, money, and I would say sex and drugs. And, you know, power is a huge thing. You know, when you got power, you know, you like, you know, it's just like you feel like you can do any and everything you want, and people are desperate to get to a position or a certain place. They're gonna do whatever it takes. So, you know, that works hand in hand. You do something for me, I do something for you. You scratch my back, I scratch yours. Is it a good thing? Probably not. But hey, when you in that type of lifestyle, you just thinking for yourself and what you can do for you, not for God. What you can do for you, you know. So, you know, don't cheat yourself, you know. But you know, your soul is more important than anything. And like I said, you know, everything I try to do now is for God. And if I'm making mistakes, you know, I'm trying to fix them. I'm trying to do different. I'm trying to do better. I'm repenting, confessing, you know, asking for forgiveness, you know, and I'm trying to make new mistakes and just be a better person than I was yesterday. But I mean, but as far as this, you know, me talking about the business, I'm gonna wrap this up for today. And yeah, I just wanted to really get on here and touch bases with y'all and let y'all know, you know, a little bit more about me and, you know, some of the stuff I experienced. But other than that, next time.